guys, how are you doing? You can see it, we are sitting in the C63s Coupe today, and today we want to actually compare three cars in terms of acceleration and also sound. And the first car that we're picking, of course, is this Coupe. Secondly, we want to compare it to an M4 competition, and thirdly, we want to look at an M4 competition with performance parts. We have to check if that rear wing of the M4 maybe makes a difference in the 100 to 200 time. But of course, from a sound perspective and also from the exterior design perspective, that M Performance M4 really has some very cool parts, because it got a titanium exhaust and also it actually has lighter wheels. So that might be even a difference, not only from a sound perspective, but from an acceleration perspective. Let's kick it off with this C63s. We want to see how that car sounds from the outside and how fast it goes. Is nice and can only be done in a rear-wheel drive car with a lot of power. Yes, you have seen it already. Sounds very nice despite having the OPF and having the latest regulations from the outside still, and also that time of 8.3 seconds more or less, 100 to 200, is really good, considering the fact that this car also has been on the market for quite some time. That V8 is still there and it delivers great power. But next, of course, we want to compare how does it sound and accelerate compared to the next one, the M4 competition. You've now seen the M4 competition without the performance parts, and first of all, it just blows away that C63s on the Autobahn already. We have a time of 7.6 seconds, 100 to 200. That is, if I'm math correctly, 7/10 quicker, 100 to 200, despite the fact having more or less the same amount of horsepower. I think that is something very nice. You can already see, and also the sound from the outside is not as bad as you would think. I think that 6-cylinder sound has a really nice and deep tone. I'm actually a fan of that sound, and it can be on pair with the 8-cylinder of this C63s. But third and last, we now want to all look at the M4 competition with the M Performance exhaust, that MPE. Want to also see if it can manage to do a better time 100 to 200. I probably don't think, because there's the rear wing, but then there are the lighter wheels and maybe a few horsepower more due to the exhaust. I don't know, we just need to find it out. My goodness, this was a pretty good run. That was actually at 3.8 seconds, 0 to 100, the best time we ever managed with an M4. You've seen the M4 competition with those performance exhaust. I honestly have to say, you probably don't really hear it on the video, but the exhaust has a brighter tone to it and sounds more aggressive. Specifically once you're on the Autobahn and from about 3,500 RPM onto the red line, that sound is really more aggressive and more special. I'm still not 100% sure if it's really worth that huge amount of money that you have to pay to get this exhaust and also the carbon fiber diffuser, but honestly I would probably miss it if I don't have it on my M4. That's why I would still say it's still a good choice to go for that thing, because it makes the day more special, and also from a looks perspective you can debate about it, but I think it looks better. And it's the same thing. I mean, if you don't have the rear wing and the MPE anymore on your M4, you will probably miss it and you say I want to have it back, and that's the reason why I would recommend it. In the end, the times of course are not really that much different. It more or less has the same numbers that it does 100 to 200, which was expected because it has the same amount of horsepower and same transmission, but nevertheless I think it's still a very, very nice comparison. 3 different characters despite the fact having 2 M4 competitions in the lineup. Yeah, really grateful to do such comparison videos.